From Central Indiana's #1 news source, this is Fox 59 Tonight.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us here on Fox 59 Tonight. I'm Cameron Riddle. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for downloading our new Fox 59 Smart TV app. You can find it on your Apple TV, Roku TV, Fire TV, and now on Samsung. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss any of the conversations that we have every night at 8 o'clock here on Fox 59 Tonight. Today, we'll talk about something that is very special to me. It's the Boys and Girls Club of Indianapolis. I'm a club kid, LaGore Boys and Girls Club, west side of Indianapolis. And today, we're going to check in and see what is happening in Indianapolis inside of the clubs. We've talked a lot about teens on this show over the past couple of weeks and months into the summer and curfew and all the things about what are teens doing, where are they going, what do they want to do. Well, somebody who makes it part of the many things that she does, mission to figure out where the teens are, where they want to go, how they want to have fun is in our studio. Maggie A. Lewis is the Boys and Girls Club CEO, is also probably your city county councilor. And today we are talking about what is happening inside of the BGC in Indianapolis. Hi, Maggie A. Lewis. How are you?
I am doing amazing. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Absolutely. It's good to have you. Good to have you come talk. Like I said, I always am happy to tell people about the Boys and Girls Club and what it does. It's part of why I'm sitting now in this chair because I went to the Boys and Girls Club. But there's a lot happening on the west, south, east, and
In the city.
in the
Yes,
city.
yes, sir.
You guys are all
Yes,
over. What's
sir.
the latest at the clubs?
Yeah, so lots going on at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Indianapolis. But first, let me say again, thank you for sharing your love and your passion with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Indianapolis. We are so proud that you're an alum of our organization. So, again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me this
Always.
opportunity to talk about an organization that is dear to my heart as well. I was a club kid 1,000 years ago. And so to be able to serve in this capacity, it feels amazing to be a part of the organization. Lots going on at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Indianapolis. I will start by saying, one, our mission has not changed over the last 130 plus years. Our purpose, our mission is to ensure that all kiddos have the tools that they need to grow up to be successful, productive adults. We do not define what success looks like, but we come alongside our kiddos and our families to give them that extra support that they need to accomplish whatever they want to in life. Right now, our focus is on teens. Again, lots happening in our city, but we want to make sure that our teens know that there's a safe place that they can come and get that mentorship. They can get those meals. They can come hang out. We can talk about college readiness, just a variety of programs to assist them along this journey. And as you know, being a teen can be very complicated, right? And tricky at times. But again, we know the importance of having a caring adult in their lives, and we provide that mentorship for our teens.
So at the Boys and Girls Club, one of the things that has not changed is the low cost to go,
That's right. That's right.
which I still don't understand how
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
possible, but also the wide range of from boys and girls to young men and
hmm
women who the club accepts throughout the year.
So the cost is $25, and again, we don't want that to cause any issues with the family. So if they cannot pay that $25 fee, we will definitely waive that fee. And in fact, right now for our teens, we're not even charging our teens to come. So if you want to enroll as a teen, it's absolutely free.
Hmm.
But again, we want to make sure that we're able to attract and keep our families. In our spaces. So we don't want the cost to be a barrier. So
Hmm.
again, $25 for the school year and $50 for the summer, with lots of programming, lots of snacks, lots of food. Again,
Hmm.
we just want to make sure that we provide that safe place for kids to just come and learn and grow and be
Hmm.
successful.
So at the club, you talk about the after school program.
hmm
School's back in now. What hours are the clubs? Is that right?
hmm
Are the clubs
Yep.
open
Yep.
at night?
So most of them start at open around 2 o'clock. It depends on we have lots of different schools in our in
Hmm.
our in our city, but roughly around 2, 3 o'clock. The younger kiddos usually exit about 7ish, and then the teens stick around till about 9. And then we do extended hours. We do those lock in hours, and so we try to extend the hours for our teens.
Hmm. Um, how is it going with getting teens to come to the club? Is it?
Mhm.
I mean, when I was in back in my day,
Back in the day.
we didn't have FaceTime, so you
Yeah.
couldn't see your friends unless you went to go
Mhm.
see them. So you went to the club to
Mhm.
do those things, and everybody didn't have a computer at home, but the Boys and Girls Club did. So you
Mhm.
went there and you did those things. Fast forward to 2025, what are kids coming to the club to do, and what are they telling you they're looking
Mhm.
for?
First of all, our teens no longer want to be in the same space with the kiddos, with the babies,
Okay.
right? And so we are being more intentional about separating the teens from the younger kids so they can have their own space. When they go in there, they want their space to be their space. And
Mm-hmm.
we are, again, being very intentional about doing that. The second thing is like technology, you mentioned technology, that
Mm-hmm.
we old heads, we have to let understand that they want to be on their phones. And
Mm-hmm.
so, you know what? I'm constantly having conversations about, okay, are there programs that we can do where they can actually utilize their cell phone, which
Mm-hmm.
they do, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're interacting with them on their cell phone. We give them free time to get on their cell phones. Again, it's a part of who they are. I'd rather for them to be in a safe space with us and us watching them on their
Mm-hmm.
cell phone than being out on the street,
Right.
right? Getting into Lord knows what
Mm-hmm.
with those cell phones. And so again, just being able to recognize what the teens want. Again,
Mm-hmm.
technology, that safe space where they can kind of do their own thing, to kind of hang out. And there's nothing wrong with them hanging out. So we allow them to do that. The mentorship, right? But then also, we're having conversations about college readiness there. And then also workforce development. That's a big thing. How do they earn money while they're still in high school? So
Mm-hmm.
constantly having those conversations about workforce development and how to fill out an application or start their first resumes, right? And so again, they want that safe place. They want to be able to hang, but then also they are thinking about their future. I know a
Mm-hmm.
lot of folks don't think that our kiddos are thinking like that, but they really are thinking
Mm-hmm.
about their future.
There are 5 different clubs in
Mm-hmm.
Indianapolis. There's the map, so you can find which one is nearest you. You got Lagore over on the west side, Eli Lilly, Keenan Stall. I'm going Wheeler Dow and Finish Line.
And finish
I
line.
remember them all
Great
without looking.
job.
Thank you
Great
very
job.
much. Thank you. So those are all. That's the map. Find a club near you.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're talking with the teens, we've talked this all this summer about teens and
Mm-hmm.
things that they should be doing versus what we don't want them to
Right.
do. Where does the Boys and Girls Club fall into this ecosystem of keeping teens safe but giving them somewhere fun to go?
Yeah. And so I think that's where our lock-ins come in. I know there's lots of different views about the lock-ins,
Mm-hmm.
but our young folks really do enjoy coming to the Boys and Girls Club around 9, 10 o'clock and then hanging out until Saturday morning. They're dancing, they're
Well,
playing
actually,
video.
let me jump in because
Okay.
one of the I had people who were in this studio, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to name names because I don't remember who said it.
Yep.
But my point is, they they said that there weren't, or no one acknowledged that there were lock-ins
Yeah.
at the Boys and
Yep,
Girls
there
Club.
are lock-ins at the Boys and Girls Club, and again, we found them to be very successful. And one of the things that we started to do is allow our existing club kids to bring a friend
Okay.
to that space. Now, what we haven't done is offer them every single weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and that's because financially, like it's hard, right? And
Yeah.
so, as we continue to raise funds and deal with the loss of funding for the federal from the feds,
Mm-hmm.
like it would be amazing if we could offer those lock-ins every single weekend,
Mm-hmm.
but it is something that we do.
What? So I interrupted you,
No,
but
no.
what does a lock-in when you do them?
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Yeah, so again, they come in and we're having food. We do have some conversation in the beginning about the rules of
Yeah.
operation, if you
Mm-hmm.
will.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, like we have different rooms set up with different games and movies playing and food. And then there's a space where they just kind of do their own thing. Like we allow them to figure out what's going to happen next. They're playing pool.
Mm-hmm.
There are things set up, but again, they have the flexibility to kind of do their own thing. We also do have, for the parents that are concerned, we do have a partnership with law enforcement,
Mm-hmm.
IMPD. They're circling our space on a regular because it is
Mm-hmm.
late hours,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then we do a security check, if you will, when they first come in. Again, we want to make sure that it's safe and everyone's feeling comfortable. The
Mm-hmm.
parents feel comfortable
Mm-hmm.
leaving their humans with us.
Mm-hmm.
So again, structured programming, but then also that flexibility to kind of do their own thing.
And what time does things usually start and end?
Again, around 9, 10, and then we're exiting out. The last time was like 1, 2, but then also we've done them where they're into the morning hours,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
They're there overnight with their bags and kind of like knocked out too.
So, yes, the part about that, well, why don't you do that every weekend or why don't you do it
Mm-hmm.
Fridays and
Mm-hmm.
Saturdays would be the cost.
It's the cost. Again, we do them on the weekends. It's not during the week, but
Hmm.
it does cost. And we have a lot of amazing supporters. But again, if there's somebody out there that's listening, watching, like if you want to be a sponsor, like please like look us up. We would love to partner with you so that we can create these opportunities more consistently for the community, more importantly for our babies.
Is well, could you explain to some of those people who are listening what is that cost? Because of course you want to have enough staffing because you don't want to try to save money by having fewer
Oh,
people and then
right,
something happens.
right. So there's a cost of just paying for the team members to do those extended hours, right? But then also the food. Again, we've done it with the support of a variety of pizza places that will come alongside us and provide pizza.
Hmm.
IMPD, the city of Indianapolis are great partners when it comes to making sure there's a safe place for teens. And so law enforcement don't necessarily charge us anything,
Hmm.
but again, it's us operating the space, it's the food, it's the buy paying for the supplies, right? It's not
Hmm.
a crazy cost, but it's a cost that's on top of our day-to-day
Hmm.
operations.
You mentioned something a moment ago, which pretty much every person who has sat in the seat you're sitting in over the past couple of months, from whatever organization,
Mhm.
nonprofit, whatever,
Mhm.
has said, yeah, we got to figure out what to do with this loss of funding from
Mm.
either the state or the
Yes,
federal
or the
government.
federal government.
Boys and Girls Club is not immune from that.
Absolutely. We are down close to $600,000
Oh.
this year already, right? And so again, we're trying to raise awareness and
Mm-hmm.
raise funds.
Mm-hmm.
We have to replace that funding, and it's not easy. And again, it's not just the Boys and Girls Clubs of Indianapolis. It's a lot of not for profits in our community,
Mm-hmm.
but we do have to be strategic about how do we replace those funds. Again, we want to be able to continue to provide quality
Mm-hmm.
services, and a lot of us are now doing that with a reduction of staff
Mm-hmm.
because of those loss of funding or that loss
Is
of funding.
Do you know which pot of federal money all this comes out of?
So it's been a couple buckets, right?
Okay.
Our biggest one has been the 21st century dollars, and
Okay.
so federal dollars, and we lost quite a bit out of that fund. But those buckets, again, across the country, has all been tapped into.
Yeah, literally every person. 600,000 is a lot. As
Hmm.
one person who was here said they've lost like 90% of their
Hmm.
budget, and
Hmm.
they're trying to figure out just what to do, how to keep providing the services
Hmm.
that they do.
And one thing I know, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
about our community, we are as Hoosier are very giving individuals, and so I know that we'll get over this hump. I know that we'll all come together and figure out how to keep these services available
Hmm.
for our young people. One of the conversations I was a part of was like, how do we like do shared services,
Hmm.
right? If there's a smaller non for profit that's not great in this space, and the Boys and Girls Club is great, can we collaborate and they help each other out? And so again, I really believe that as a community we will figure this out.
Is that I mean, now goes back to what I asked at the beginning, is the Boys and Girls Club when I went there in early
Hmm.
2000s was $25 for the whole summer.
Hmm.
It is still
That's
$25 for the
right.
whole summer.
That's right.
How, especially when now you've got that on top of
Hmm.
$600,000, it's
Right,
not there.
right. So again, we did do a reduction of team members.
Mm-hmm.
We have really relied on our partners to come alongside us to really help us with the feeding program, to help us with gas donations. Like our biggest opportunity at the Boys and Girls Clubs are individuals giving dollars to us, right? We
Mm-hmm.
can't we can no longer really rely on those federal fundings with what's
Mm-hmm.
happening in the country, but our biggest opportunities are individuals uh, gifting our organization $25 and paying for those memberships. Again, we do not turn away a child because their family is not able to pay for that $25. But if someone in the community has $25 that will
Mm-hmm.
cover that cost, man, that goes a long way in an
Mm-hmm.
organization like ours.
Well, I've got it up on the screen right
Hmm.
now how you can donate online, by phone, do a recurring donation, or you can
Yeah,
even mail it in to downtown.
yeah. Again, $25 will is a membership for a child for the entire school year, right? We spend $25 I'm not even going to mention
On
like
lunch.
easily,
Yeah.
right? So again, $25 really will save a child's life.
What do you think um, is the future of the Boys and Girls Club, especially with not just the financial stuff, but there's so many more options. I think
Hmm.
of where they
That's
want to
right.
go, and just like how do
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
keep like, hey,
Yeah.
this is the place to
Yeah,
go.
I think we have to keep rebranding ourselves. Our teens no longer want to be in the space with the younger kids, and so we have to create these special spaces called the club for our teens. And so again, we have to constantly think about what's next and what do our teens do. We're really good at surveying our young
Mm-hmm.
folks, and they'll tell us exactly what they want and do not want, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to stay on top of that. But again, constantly rebranding, rethinking how we provide the services. I do know that the mission will not change. Again, that mission has been the same for a really long time, but
Mm-hmm.
how we deliver services
Mm-hmm.
must change because, as you just mentioned, there's a lot of things pulling at our young people.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be able to attract them back into our space. And one of the things that we know that our teens want is that, again, that workforce development
Mm-hmm.
and that college readiness. And those are really solid programs that we offer at the Boys and Girls Club. And so I think that will continue to attract young people into our space.
Um, Now at the same time, you've also got the younger kids
Hmm.
who, well, really they're just going to go where their parents send them.
That's right. That's right.
So what do you tell parents of why they should send even their younger kids to the
Right.
clubs?
So again, parents too are busy, right? And then the parents that we serve, they mom, dad, caregiver, they're working two and three jobs to ensure that their young folks have everything that they need. Why not send your young person, your kiddo, to a space where they're safe? They're going to get that mentorship. They're going to get that assistant with the homework. And look, homework really does drive parents batty at times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so why
Mm-hmm.
not have them at a space where there are trained folks that can help tutor your child in whatever
Mm-hmm.
subject it is? And again, that the homework, the mentorship, the character building. There's an organization that's willing to come alongside you as
Mm-hmm.
a parent to ensure that your child is successful. And again, $25 is not a major investment,
Mm-hmm.
but again, it will get a child all the support that they need, and we will waive that $25 if that's a barrier.
You guys doing the Blue Door Gala this year?
We are doing the Blue Door Gala.
Okay.
The date's November. I had to think about it. The date is November the 8th. Again, it's an opportunity to raise awareness and to raise money
Mm-hmm.
and celebrate the great things that our young people are doing in our community. Again, oftentimes, right now, we know there's a lot going on, and the kids are being portrayed in one area, one way. And we know that our young people are doing some amazing things. So we want to pause and celebrate them on November the 8th.
November the 8th, you can get tickets online.
Tickets online at the on our Boys and Girls Club website. We
Okay,
could throw that up there.
let's see if I find
Yeah.
it. Let me
But
say,
about a
let me see.
great,
Oh, look at
great
that.
night of celebration,
There you go.
awareness of the organization. And again, celebrating our kiddos, and hopefully one of them will go on to the national uh, contest and be the youth of the country, basically youth of the year.
Um, as you've been leading the Boys and Girls Club, how many years now?
Ooh, 7.
7. What is the biggest thing you think you've learned in that 7 years about running the organization?
The biggest thing that I've learned, again, I think I've known this. But I really, really do believe that our future is going to be okay. Like we have amazing kids
Mm-hmm.
in our community, and we simply do not stop to get to know them
Mm-hmm.
and to celebrate them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like it really does take a village. The other thing is it takes all of us coming together to ensure that a child is going to be successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, the biggest lesson is really about our babies
Mm-hmm.
and our future. Our club kids need us now more than ever. But again, I know that they're going to rise to the occasion. We're going to be okay.
Random question as I was looking at the map.
Mhm.
Is there a future where there are more Boys and Girls
Yeah,
Clubs?
so every day, every day, someone is calling for us to bring a Boys and Girls Club to their community. And one of the unique things about the Boys and Girls Club, we had an amazing partnership with our schools.
Mm-hmm.
right now, and we still do.
Mhm.
However, when I say we lost that funding, like we lost 5 sites in the
Mm.
schools, right? And so I do believe there's opportunity for growth. Like we want to expand our footprint, but right now we have to level set
Mhm.
and recoup those dollars that we've lost. But again, I said earlier about those partnerships and us coming together and figuring things out. I believe we'll be able to expand. Again, we have a amazing community.
Mhm.
We are a giving community, and so I know we'll figure this out.
It's I I know always in the works of trying to evaluate where the kids are and
Mm-hmm.
where the needs are. Um, is there well, I'm gonna put you on the spot with
Uh
this one.
oh.
Tell me something that is special or unique about each club.
Oh, what's special and unique? So they all have their own little flavor, is what I
Mm-hmm.
like to call it. So there's programs that are the exact same. They should be the exact same in
Mm-hmm.
every club that you
Right.
go in. However, they all have their own little feel, their
Mm-hmm.
own little swag.
Mm-hmm.
The South Side, like they are such a united community on the South Side, and the schools and the parents, they'll pick up their kiddos and
Mm-hmm.
make sure that they are at that spot every day. Their family nights are humongous,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's really a sense of family on the south side of town. 38th and Post, they are like they are serious at 38th and Post. Like if you're not in their group, then you're not in their group. Like
Mm-hmm.
that 38th and Post, they're unique, they special. Their energy is bananas when you go over to 38th and Post Road. Martindale, Brightwood, Keystone,
Mm-hmm.
off of Keystone, Willard
Mm-hmm.
Dow have such a rich history. There's pride
Mm-hmm.
at the Willard Dow Boys and Girls Club, and there's a lot of alum that's walking around our city now. And you ask them which club they go to, they'll tell you about Willard Dow and Mr. Dow being there and selling raffle tickets to go on these trips. And there's such a sense of pride
Mm-hmm.
there. Lily Club, now that's just like the sweet spot. Like there's something sweet and special about them. Like their energy is just like kind of soft and calming.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's kid, like all the clubs, the kids are like ah,
Mm-hmm.
but Lily is really like this calming. I'm not sure if it's the Fountain Square niche of it all, but again, a very calming space. Lagore, they're the competitors. Like they basketball tournaments are gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
Any type of contest, like those are the athletes, the competitors. We're gonna win. We're always gonna be on top. And I know that's your club,
That's
but
right.
there's something about Lagore and the West Side. Like we got to be number one in
Mm-hmm.
everything,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the energy that clubs brings.
Yep, I always remember all the competitive things that were
Yeah.
happening in there. So good to see that that hasn't
That
changed.
has not changed. But again, they all have their unique feel and vibe. But again, everybody's still working towards that common goal to make sure that our kiddos are successful.
All right, so before we go, we talked about some of the challenges and the
Mm-hmm.
obstacles
Mm-hmm.
and the goals. Of course, yes, donations would be great,
Absolutely.
but even with the cuts, are you hiring or are you looking for
We're
volunteers?
always looking for volunteers, right? I there's not a better place to to give your time to than the Boys and Girls Club, because I promise you, if you go to any one of the clubs, like you're going to walk away feeling fulfilled and happy and excited about the future. So we're always in need of volunteers. And the thing about us, like we don't try to match you. Like if you say you're an accountant, we
Mm-hmm.
don't say, "Oh, good, you get to go help our finance department." Like we want to make it win-win for
Mm-hmm.
you. So let's talk about like other ways that you can donate your time to our organization. So volunteers, and we're always needing team members too, right? And so we're hiring, and we're just looking for those special people who are interested in ensuring that our babies are successful.
And then if there are people who just have a bunch of money,
You got a lot of money, call
yeah,
us too. We'll
yeah.
take it. We'll take it. Yeah, yeah. Again, we know like eh, it takes all of us rowing in the right direction.
hmm
And the Boys and Girls Clubs of Indianapolis has benefited from having such an amazing community behind it.
Maggie, the website, of course, bgcnd.org for
Mm-hmm.
all of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Can people, if they haven't been to a club, can you just show up
That
and like get a tour or
Yeah,
something?
like we would love to give you a tour. Again, we believe that magic happens behind our blue doors. However, you have to check in with one of us first. You just can't show up.
Right.
Again, we're serving kiddos, and we
Mm-hmm.
want it to be a safe space. And so, can't just have Miss Maggie like showing up and walking through a club. That will not go over well. But again, love to coordinate a tour so you can actually see what happens.
And
Again,
who should they reach out to for that?
that's on the site as well.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. It is up there at the top that
Mhm.
says resources and
Yep.
contact.
Sent all
All
that.
of that there at the top of the page. There you go. You
Yes.
can see it right there.
Thank you.
Our clubs get involved, ways to give,
Mhm.
events, and contact information all up there. All right. Maggie A. Lewis, thank you so much for coming on and
Thank
talking
you
to us.
so much.
Appreciate you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. More of Fox 59 tonight is coming up after this.